crazy as such a fun deck just keeps getting better and better and so much more competitive. I fucking love it. Alright, here we have my InfernobleKnight deck profile for August 2020. Before we get into my rambles and explanations, let's get into the deck profile. So starting off with the monsters, we have 1 Mortal Phoenix Gearfried, 3 Noble Knight Withdraw, 2 InfernobleKnight Ogier, 2 Knight Magius, 3 Knight Oliver, 3 Knight Roland, 3 Knight Renaud, and 3 Knight Astolfo. That's it for the monsters. For these spells, we have 1 Rhoda Reinforcers of the Army, 3 Heritage of the Chalice, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Noble Ones of Destiny, 1 Noble Ones of Gallatin, 1 Noble Ones Caliban, 1 Living Fossil, 3 Infernoble Arms Durandal, 1 Smoke Grenade of the Thief, 1 Noble Arms of however you pronounce that, 3 Noble Arms Joyous, and that's it for the spells. For the traps, we have 3 Until Noble Arms are needed once again. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 3 InfernobleKnight Emperor Charles, 2 Ignoble Knight of High Launzelin, 2 InfernobleKnight Captain Roland, and one of the new cards that I absolutely love, 2 InfernobleKnight General Oliver. Wrapping up the synchros, moving to the Xyz, we have 1 Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorius, 1 regular Artorius, King of Noble Knights, and 1 Sacred Noble Knight of King Custodin. And for the 3 legs, we have 3 Zold. I'm going to quickly go through my side deck if anyone's interested. There's just random cards that you could throw in. There's also just a pure-ish Noble Knight side deck that you could throw in a match and it could do something. Now, before I get to my explanations, I want to say if this video is cut up or sounds weird, I am currently sick. However, I'm just doing this to get it out of the way, especially before August ends. So anyway, for the explanations of things and my, my custom choices. First of all, I just wanted to say 1 Gearfried, because it's not a Noble Knight card. Still a really good card. You could definitely bump it up, 100% bump it up if you want it to be more competitive. Go ahead, do it right away. If you want to be 100% competitive, put in the Needle Fiber engine, the typical one that everyone's running. I'm sure we all know it, don't need to explain it. Other cards, you can definitely play around with these ratios, however these are just ratios that I enjoy. The only things that I'd really consider changing myself is putting this to 3, because it's a fairly good card. Put this to 3 and cut this to 1, because you don't really need to with him. But this is just what I'm enjoying so far. I might change it in the future, but who knows. Back to Gearfried. If you have 9 equip cards in your deck, you can actually send all of them to the grave with Zold, especially summon him. So that's something to consider. My deck currently has 8, I believe. 8 different names. So all we have to do is change 1 out. I still love his trap. You get draw, you get a special summon. I find it really fun. You don't have to run it, but I like it. Smoke Grenade, an incredible card. If you had to have been keeping up to date with Noble Knights and see how good this is, but if you haven't, all you have to know is you can hand loop your opponent, see your opponent's hand loop him every single turn, and it is incredible. It is so fucking powerful, and this card's definitely getting banned, which is why I'm gonna rush to this deck profile before the next ban list comes out, because I want to show this card off. This new card here, a lot of people talk shit about it. I love it. I think it's fun. It's something we needed, because it can revive itself as a tuner. We needed some sort of resurrection. It can do that. It is also a easy aggression card. It's a level 5 synchro that pops an opponent's card during battle. It's so good, because of our really only other proper aggression synchro was Charles, but he's not even a real proper one. He's just a boss monster, really. But this guy is something that actually aggresses properly on his own and is, as I said, it's just aggressive. You can play around with these ratios. It's up to you. This is just what I'm enjoying so far. Honestly, don't use the Xyz too much, but it's still good to have. And if you really want to use that, I forget the card, the equip card that lets you rank up. You can get rid of this card right here for it. I might even do it myself in the future. It's really up to personal preference. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out anything else I need to explain. I don't think so. All in all, super fun deck. Love it. I love the visuals. The more I play the deck, the more I love it. It's definitely one of the harder decks to play though. So you need to spend some time to learn it. As I said, this is more of a fun build, not a competitive build. If you want a competitive build, straight away throw in Needle Fiber, bump up Gear 3, change the ratios, put in all these extenders. However, it's just a pure fun Mobile Knight deck that I enjoy. I really hope we get more support for this deck, and more than anything, I hope we get InfernobleKnight Xyz monsters. That would be incredible. But anyway, this is the deck. These cards are now in the TCG. This is the only card yet to be released to the TCG, and it is coming out in the upcoming months. It's extremely expensive IRL because it's actually in the current meta, which is unfortunate because when we first saw it, I was hoping it was going to be unnoticed and super cheap, but now everyone loves it and is playing it, so that sucks. Anyway, it's good as deck's getting attention, and if you're an InfernobleKnight player, you can definitely be like in the future, this deck was actually meta the day it came out, so that's good. Definitely something to be proud of. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One last thing I want to say is you need to learn to play this card properly. I've had so many people copy my deck and they don't know how to play this card properly. You need to learn. Use his effect only works always on his own, so keep that in mind. So many combos you can do with this deck. I'm not going to explain them, but if you do want to see some examples, tune into my streams. Definitely going to be streaming a lot soon once I'm not sick. So anyway, that's it for the deck profile. I'm on out of here. Hope you enjoyed. Leave any suggestions, and hope the ban list doesn't mess over this deck too much because it is really so fun. It shouldn't, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to miss my grade because that's definitely going to get bad. Well, Konami would be dumb not to. But anyway, yeah, I'm running out of here.